Good day. Good day. Welcome. I am Sue Pickering. Soul Works by Sue Pickering. And I am an intuitive, a psychic. I do readings for the collective and I do personal readings. If you are looking for one, please contact me. There is a link posted below. And we will see what we need to hear today for the collective. Please take what resonates, leave what does not, as this is a reading for the collective and everyone has a different story. So if it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit into your life. Okay, what do we have for today for the collective? We have in the flow. This is hilarious. This has been something that has been really coming up for me as can't speak, as well as many other people. And being in the flow, being able to just go where the day takes you, not having worrying about too much in the future, being comfortable, just being guided by spirit. It is a concept that is really hard. It's being in trust with spirit. It is knowing that when things are meant to happen, they will happen in divine timing. They will move you how you need to be moved, understanding that you need to see your own beauty in what you are creating, what you are doing, what you are moving toward in your world, and what your successes are, where you want to go, what you are striving toward, seeing that you are enough. And sometimes that's hard to when you are especially entrepreneurs. I have a lot of entrepreneurs that are in my space, and seeing your qualities, seeing your value, all of that, and knowing that things will happen the way they're intended to happen if you are following your own flow in doing what you need to do on a daily, and knowing that things are going to start really evolving when you are in flow. It's just you're following your own guidance. Four of Cups and Ace of Swords. And what I'm seeing here is there are opportunities. Sometimes when we are pushing forward, we are not in flow because we are trying to control an outcome, when it's going to happen, what's going to happen, what path, all of the things. But what's happening is when you're not in flow, you're missing out on opportunities. There are so many opportunities that's being presented to you, whether that's someone wanting to collaborate, whether that is you doing things differently, whether that is you choosing one path and sticking to it. Just know that when we make a choice, though, we can change the outcome. We can change, our trajectory. If it is not in alignment, if we start something and it is not in alignment, we can shift and change that. That's free will. But they're showing me because when you're not in flow, you're missing opportunities. You're missing because you are so focused on where you want to go and what your goals are, that there's opportunities, but you're going, nope, I can't do that right now because I am moving toward my goals. So then you miss opportunities. Allow your goals to come in flow. Allow your goals to come when it aligns with all that you are, all the opportunities. Sometimes we do things on the path that we feel is taking us away from the path, but there's something we need to learn to do to grow on that little branch off of doing something different. Okay, they're showing me that make sure that you're watching for opportunities for expansion, for growth, for they're saying for your personal gain. Okay, so that would be knowledge, that would be, finding strengths in places where you need to find strengths, different things like that. That could be your health, that could be, diet, that could be career, relationship, whatever you put that towards. Okay, and the Ace of Swords, there's some beautiful ideas, inspirations coming through, and those are the things that you're missing. Those are some of the opportunities that you might be missing if you are not in flow, if you are not following where you are guided. And I just feel like, sometimes we're so focused on what we want that we tend to not let go of our old patterns. We tend to not let go of the things that are stopping these opportunities to materialize. So really, we aren't who we were yesterday. And I am really, like I mentioned in my yesterday's video, that I've been really sitting with a lot of things. So I've been so quiet on here. But I have, it's about letting go of what we we only know what we know, and then the longer we sit and be in flow, the more we realize, the more we see, the bigger the picture is. But what they're showing me is when you can, let go of the way you uh, thought yesterday, even if it isn't resonating with you today, that is okay, because that means you're really in alignment for you, your life, your path. Okay, so really focusing on where you're going, but being in flow on how to get there. Hope that makes sense to you. Three of Wands. Wow, this is about going for, such a big world out there. What is it that you have desired, and what are you moving toward in flow? Right? There is the Three of Wands, two and Three of Wands are just, there's just so much out there that is waiting for you to create, to be, to love, to, you know, um, just have life in beauty. And being in flow is going to allow you to get to those steps. Um, I this is something that I have, I'm in flow most all of the time. Um, it's funny because I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing. Like even 5 years ago, I would have told you were crazy. Well, maybe it's been longer than 5 that I've been doing this, but like out in public doing it. And it's funny how if I would have said no to one opportunity, that it would, that one opportunity changed my life. And it has brought me to so many people, so many things, so much. My abilities have opened up so much more. And it wasn't the way I would have wanted it, but I allowed for me to listen to one piece of guidance that brought me here. And one piece leads to the next, to the next, to the next. And just seeing those opportunities, even if you don't know what the outcome is, even if you don't know why you're doing it, just something is pulling you. And we don't need to have the logic behind it. We don't need to have all of the answers for us when we get these ideas. Like I mentioned yesterday, this healing aspect with TSW life coaching, Tara, um, I don't know what it's leading to. We don't know. It's been called. So we are being in allowance of what is happening with that. And it's brought on so many beautiful things for us and for the people that we're helping. So, I mean, we just don't know what that brings, right? So, if we are guided, even when we don't know all of the answers, that is being in flow, and the answers will come as needed. Okay, two of water, love, coming together in relationship, in your connection to your heart, your soul, your higher self, connection to partnerships. All of that is all coming together when we are in flow, when we are in allowance of, um, you here's an example. This is what they're showing me in relationship. Some of us have been hurt, right? So we tend to not want to step into something because what if? But then what if you're losing out on something that is so beautiful, that is going to allow you to be completely whole again? What if you say yes to an opportunity and it allows you to be whole again? It's being in flow is one of the hardest things to do, but it is, when you can start being in flow, it's like it keeps you in joy, it keeps you in happiness, it keeps you in, the things that are going to be beautiful. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have beauty. Or page of pentacles. Page of Pentacles, new opportunities to make money when we are in flow, right? If we are not, we tend to get kind of stuck, okay? But there's so much abundance in this card. Like, look at all of her basket is full. There's corn, there's, all of the things. And seeing what you can create, seeing what you can become, right? Creation is all about becoming something that your soul is calling you to be, and being in those spaces and that energy of moving in the direction and creating your world. Fill up your cup. Do the things that make you feel whole. Do the things that um, are going to bring you to all of the joy and the happiness with the Three of Wands. And, do it with, we have to follow our own path. We can't follow it in someone else's eyes, someone else's footsteps. We have to take our power and make the decisions for us. They don't live in our heart. They don't pay our bills. They don't, all the things. Okay. So they're just showing me that it's time for you to fill your own cup. Start doing those things, those opportunities that come across, that that are going to fill you up, that are going to fill your cup, that are going to bring you to joy, because ultimately that's what it's about. It's about being in flow and being in joy. If you're worrying about something, you're not in flow. If you are thinking about the future, you're not in flow. You have anxiety, you're not in flow. Oh, sorry, it dropped. Look at that. New beginnings coming for you. The endings of a cycle. And I feel like it's an ending of the cycle, the ending of the way you process, the way you sit, the way you meditate. And it's going to be a new beginning for how you are moving in flow, right? The more we are in flow, the more we are connected to spirit, the more we are able to see opportunities, the more we are able to navigate our ship. Think of it as a radar. Being in flow, It's a radar. Are you going this way? Are you navigating this way? Are you going this way? Where should you be going? And navigating your ship according to how you feel, how you know, how you see, um, all of the all of the your clairs are going to navigate your ship. If you hear spirit tell you something, or you're being pulled, there's this pull, that is where you need to be going, because there's something that is you're magnetized to, that is pulling you in that direction. We don't notice it if we're too busy. We don't notice it if we're not listening. And then we're not in flow. And when we can navigate, we will see that it becomes easier, because we don't have to figure it out. We don't have to watch for the storm. If the storm comes, then we deal with it then. We don't have to watch for, other people on our path. We are just being ourselves and doing our thing, staying in our own lane, all of those things. For a lot of you, this has to do with wellness, making sure that this could be mental wellness, physical wellness, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, all of the things. And when we are balanced and in that wellness, we have really time to sit and meditate. We have time to, you don't have to meditate. People say, oh, you have to meditate every day. It's about slowing down to listen, however that comes for you. If that's walking, if that's journaling, if that's meditating, if that's just sitting, if that's just, going to the gym, and that's your zone time where you are connected to, spirit and listening to your path. Um, I bring it into pretty much everything I do all day. If I am in my kitchen, I don't have anything on. I'm connected. I'm listening. I set intentions before I even, if I have a project to do, I set intentions. Please give me, what I need to hear while I'm working on this project. And I stop and I'm in flow. I'm not thinking about all of the things. Um, Independence, this is about you breaking free and living in flow. This is about independence of your own spirituality, independence of, being on your path, not being on the path with everyone else all the time. We get caught up in, we have to find, classes. We get caught up in, I just taught my psychic ability class, and the lady that was doing it, she was saying, I want to do some of your classes. And I had said a while ago, I don't remember saying it, but I channeled it. I had said, do what you're called to do. If you're not called to do it right now, don't do it. But she had said, she brought this back up to me, and I said, yeah. I said, allow things to marinate for a while. We don't have to bombard ourselves with um, finding ways to gain knowledge. We can gain knowledge by sitting in quiet. We can gain knowledge by just listening to the flow of what we're doing, where we're supposed to go, all of those things. Yes, I want people to take my classes, but it's also, are you doing it to grow, or are you just doing it because you feel you're missing something and you need to find something, and you're not, you need to sit with it. Is it right for you? Is it the right timing? Uh, we look outside of ourselves all the time for people to save us, to bring us all the knowledge. And yes, I've taken many courses. I've had coaches. I've had, all of the things. Um, Ultimately, it comes down to what I do and my guidance, right? So often we're looking outside of ourselves for um, someone to um, save us, is what they're saying. And yes, we need our teachers. as long as it's the right time and we're doing it for the right reasons and we're really ready for that class, that workshop, that, sound bath. It goes from, something so um, small to something so big. We take yoga. Is that going to help you connect deeper? Is that going to help you gain knowledge? Then do it, right? But it's different things that we tend to really want someone to give us all of the knowledge when, yes, they can, but is it the right timing? So we have to really be in the flow of the timing of things. Sanctuary, there you go. This is about you going inward into your inner sanctuary, into that inner space that's going to create peace for you. If you are taking something, say for instance, um, you're seeking something outside of yourself. So you go to a retreat and you spend $3,000-4,000, say, um, are you going in hopes to gain something? Yes, you're always going to gain something, but are you searching for something outside of yourself? Allow those teachings to come to you and meet you where you're at, to allow yourself to expand. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But allowing yourself to expand and finding those right teachers to expand at the right time, not just because you're seeking something that you just feel like they're going to give you something that's missing. It's all within. Yes, they will bring you pieces, but are you ready to bring those pieces in and create something from it? Look at that, magician. This is you, the magician, using your own tools, using everything within you to create your world, to bring all of the things that you desire into your world. This is a big piece of being in flow. If you are not in flow, your magician within is not going to shine completely. It is not going to shine in the aspects that it absolutely can, or you are not bringing out those aspects. That could be, your psychic abilities. It could be your talents, your gifts, whatever that is, okay? Um, you must be in flow in order for them to expand and be seen and be shown. Okay, look at that. The 10 of Cups. Like, how much better does it get than the 10 of Cups? There's a few other really good cards in here too in the deck, but the 10 of Cups is one of the better ones. It's, your happiness, your emotional fulfillment. This is, the 9 of Cups is the emotional fulfillment, but the 10 is really you've used all these abilities and you're in flow, so you can have this emotional stability that you are seeking. And the Page of Cups um, is another one. This is about opportunities coming on your path. This is about seeing those opportunities and understanding that you are meant to do things your own way, your own path. Yes, we can gain knowledge from other people. Other people can bring us an opportunity, but we have to create our own opportunity from that opportunity. I hope that makes sense. You have to do it your own way. You are your own rule maker. You're your own energetic person. So you have to be doing things the way that it energetically feels right for you and the way you need to do it. Okay. You're setting yourself apart from other people and the way things flow for you. Okay. Wow. Spirit has been very, um, the wording, they've been really bringing in wording differently for me. I don't know what that is, but it's just really paying attention to the words is what they're telling me. Okay. Answers. Look at that. Seeking answers. Sometimes we're seeking outside of ourselves, but knowing that when we're in flow, the answers come. How is this going to happen for me? Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Move in the direction that spirit is leading you. They're bringing you an opportunity. Move toward it. The answer will be there. We don't have to, we only know what we know, and we process our thoughts and our stories in our head. But spirit brings things in different ways, money in different ways. Because you earn money how you earn money, maybe there's an opportunity with someone's going to, give you some, purchase a lunch for you, buy your groceries. There's different things that can come along that you don't think that can happen. But they're saying if you're not in flow and you're not recognizing these opportunities, how often do they come across your path? And how often are you missing them? The opportunity because you're not in the moment. You're thinking too far ahead. Okay, the answers are all there. The answers are there. And again, they're telling me you're not meant to do the things the way everyone else does the things. Just like a diet. Does every diet work for every single person? No. It's life-changing. For diet, I feel that we have to alter our life. How do we eat? How do we shop? How do we cook? How do we exercise? How do we, right? The mental side of it. Because not everyone can lose weight the same way, right? Not everyone is going to find a partner in the same way. Not everyone is going to grow a relationship in the same way. Everyone is different. We all have, we're all different. So we have to do things in accordance to what is right and feels in our heart and where we're guided, seeing our own beauty, seeing all that we are, our own magic, and allow that to expand outside of us. Okay, I think I've done enough for today. Spirit has said enough. Okay, thank you for being here. I am grateful for each and every one of you. And if you would like a personal reading or any guidance of any kind, you know where to catch me. I've been helping a lot of people on their path that are most of them are breaking free from the 9-to-5 into their own businesses, into following what their creativity is bringing forward. And I love that because it's where my heart is. It's where I'm guided. I'm in flow. Anyway, have a magical day. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Much love.